Let's get you more detail on that investment conference currently underway in Sandton. Earlier, President Cyril Ramaphosa assured the business community that government is hard at work trying to revamp the energy sector to make the country favourable for investments. For the latest on the story, we take you live to Sandton. That's where we find Newzroom Afrika's business reporter, Kopano Gumbi, who's following developments there. So what are we seeing and hearing at this hour, Kopano?
Yeah, the business community continue to network and hobnob here at the investment conference. It's around lunchtime now, so there's a bit of a break and reprieve from what we heard earlier. You know, the president saying that they're making serious commitments to try and get this 500 extra billion in the next 2 years that they're looking for. I'm joined now, in fact, by one of the largest business councils in the country, the president of it, Mr. George Sibulela. Thank you for your time here on Newzroom. How do you feel about the president's commitments to improve the business environment today?
Well, I guess firstly it is the responsibility of the president to attract investment. It is also the responsibility of us as business confederations to ensure that we communicate the right message. And the right message on a common basis should be to make South Africa to become the best investment destination. Obviously, we're supposed to do a number of very important issues. One of those is to communicate how robust the infrastructure of South Africa is, how protected the investments are going to be coming to this country, and thirdly, to communicate that business is open for visitors. We've got robust of the legal system. We've got unbelievable enough resources, mineral resources. We have a robust financial services system. And it's easy to open businesses in South Africa. And then we have the SEZ, which is a special economic zones, where large manufacturing companies can come and explore what rebates they can access. So yes, it is the responsibility led by the president and the community at large in this country to ensure that we attract investments.
Let's talk a little bit more about the private sector and private sector investment specifically. They have been a little bit slow to really dig in their heels in the country. As one of the largest business councils, what are you hearing from your members about why they are not investing as much as they can?
Well, there has been, unfortunately, challenges. We know the first biggest challenge that the country has gone through, like any other country, is COVID. And then, secondly, the unrest that came in. Lastly, the South African, particularly South African companies, were looking to see the policies of this country being unlocked. Well, I do believe some of the policies, but we want to see as quick as possible those policies to be reviewed and ensure that we unlock. I must also emphasize that a lot of also these legal challenges against the South African government also detract progress. Whether legitimate or illegitimate, I think we need to think through before we even challenge some of the status quo. But however, I think what is key for foreign direct investment is just to make sure that their investment is protected. Then we will begin to see a lot of companies come into this country and South Africa be chosen to be the best.
George Sibulela, thank you for your time. That's all we have time for here today.
Thank you so much.
They're looking for an adjustment in policy, quicker action. That's what the business community, at least on his side, the business community he represents, that's what they're looking to hear. More policy implementation, quicker policy implementation, and then we'll see those investment rands rolling in.
Kopano Gumbi in Sandton for us. Thank you very much for those details.